welcome to another episode of On the Couch with DeAnna. And hold on a second, let's turn this volume down. And Miss Rhodes, also known as Miss Sexpert. So, welcome back again.
Thank you, it is great to be here.
You are just like a little regular. Besides being one of my besties, she is just a regular.
When people request me, I try to.
Thank you for fitting me into your ever so busy schedule, okay? So we are actually, guys, coming off of a natural high. We had a really, really great event today. I had my Pretty in Pink spa day event with DeAnna. We were out at Gossip Nail Company out in Cyprus. And you know, it's crazy because of course when you put an event on, you want a really, really good turnout, right? And so initially I had opened this up to 30 women. I wanted a packed house. Sometimes we go into this thinking more is better. And let me tell you.
Perfect. We had
15, yes. And we had it all set up. I had a vendor that did our dessert, our sweet treats. Shout out to Spotted Sweets. That is her Instagram page.
Delicious.
Yes. Then we also had my lash girl. She was just recently featured on my page. Ashley with Eye Candy Lash and Brow. She came out, she did a raffle, so we had one lucky lady that walked away with a gift certificate for a free full set of lashes. Dodge was hoping that she was going to win that too. I let her participate in that. Right, exactly. But guys, let me tell you, it just kind of goes right in line with what our topics are today is we had every age, shape, background, what else?
We just had a great variety of
women.
And everybody has the same issues.
Yes, it was conversation. So to try to break the tone up and make everyone participate, because some I knew, some were brand new that have been following my platform and took the time today to actually come and give me a few hours.
And then not everybody knew everybody.
Right,
so
which can be uncomfortable, especially even more so when it comes to women, right? Because we already have kind of like this, unfortunately, this like almost certain level of distrust when it comes to how to open up to other women and, you know, being worried about being judged or, you know, preconceived to be something that you're not. So I figured the only way we were going to be able to make this work is I had a fishbowl, and Dodge and I came up with an array of questions, and they started very, very like, you know, low key, just everyday questions, and then they got real risque, right? And it was amazing, you know, to see and hear from all of the age groups that all of us women are either thinking, feeling, or experiencing some of the very same type of issues with our body, with owning our sexiness, with knowing how to love ourselves, love on ourselves. So it was really, really interesting. But the ladies did. They had different drinks that were served to them. They had different services.
Really nice event. Y'all need to come out to the Let's Be Raw events because it's always a good time.
And so we're planning to make that at least, if not a quarterly thing, at least twice a year. We're still trying to figure out where the next location is going to be. But it was great. Like, I'm really still on a high thinking about how these women opened up. And let me tell you, it was really crazy to look at certain women, right? And already have this preconceived notion of what she may or may not be about, or what she may or may not like, or the things she's experienced. And honey, when I tell you some of the stuff that got divulged today, and I am not going to talk about it on camera because you should have been there.
Yes.
But it was refreshing.
It was.
And so it really kind of goes in line with what our topic is today. So this is our continuation of Female Sexual Liberation Part 3. And today's topics are accepting your body, how to feel sexy in your own skin, and Dodge gets to give us a recap of Kandi's dungeon party. So I'm still kind of sad about that, but we'll get into it. So Again, also just real quick, if you are not following Miss Sexpert, make sure that you do that right now. When I say she has been dropping gems and information and eye-opening content, you really, really, really do not want to miss out on what she is giving to us every day. So her Instagram page is
at Miss Sexpert, MSSEXPERT.
Okay, so start following her immediately. Okay, so let's jump into it, Ms. Dodge.
Yes.
We all hear, and everybody, you know, whether you're Googling it, whether it's on TV, whether it's on social media, accepting your body.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that really mean?
Well, you know, everybody just wants to tell you love your body, but you have to accept it.
First.
You have to accept it first. You don't have to even like it or love it, but you have to accept that this is the body that you're in, and certain things you cannot change.
Such as?
Height.
Right.
Skin tone, hair texture, the way your toes look.
Right.
You know.
You just learn how to cover them bad boys up, huh?
You know, but there are certain things that you just will not be able to change. The broadness of your shoulders, or the length of your neck, or whatever it might be. So you really have to accept those things. And the things that you can change, you know, make the effort to change them if they bother you that much. But you've got to start with acceptance first before you get to that love.
So even being a beautiful woman, you know, obviously I know you and the confidence level is there. When did you truly start accepting your body?
You know, I'm different as compared to most women, I think, because I didn't really have body complex issues when I was younger.
Okay.
My body complex issues came in my 30s and 40s. And I think that comes from, and this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people, but I was raised mostly in a black community, but by society's larger standards, I was closer to that beauty ideal.
Okay.
So I was tall for a woman, I was fair skinned, and I had large breasts.
Mm-hmm.
When we were growing up,
that's what you saw.
that's what you saw.
That's what was idolized.
That was what was idolized. So, you know, I had small things that, you know, bothered me, but I didn't have any complexes really.
Okay.
Until it was later in life where, you know, I started gaining weight.
Okay.
And then my stomach became an issue. Or, you know, when J-Lo and Beyonce came on the scene and the big butts were in, and it's like, that's not me. that's not gonna be me, you know. So for a little bit I had that complex, but then the butt thing I just had to accept.
Right.
And I do my squats and I work out and everything, and I like mine.
Right.
You know, it's not gonna be this huge badonkadonk, but it fits my body.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm still working on the abs and everything. But I know that I can change that if I want to. I'm doing it with the diet and the exercise. And if it doesn't work out in a year, then I'll, you know, go get a nip and tuck. So
yeah.
It's just.
So I feel for me, definitely as far as accepting my body. Mine was later. I would definitely say now into my 40s.
Yeah.
And a big part of me now accepting it is because I'm through all the childbirth side of it, right? I've kind of like finally gave myself, you know, a pass on, girl, it's okay that it doesn't look a certain way anymore, because celebrate in the fact that you brought 3 lives into this world, right? And being small to begin with, it was only going to be natural that my body was going to be stretched out of whack. I didn't have a lot to work with, number one. And then here I am trying to bring these human beings into this world, right? So 40 definitely for me. I know a little bit about accepting my body. Also had a lot to do with stop comparing myself to other women.
Yeah, that's huge for learning how to accept your body, because I don't have what you have, you don't have what I have, I don't have what she has, she doesn't have, like
Right.
you can't covet someone else's body and get it.
And get it, right.
It just doesn't happen that way. You can't want you can want what you don't have, but you're not gonna get it necessarily.
Right.
And like for me, I have thick, curly, kinky hair, which I always try to straighten, relax, and everything, but it wasn't until I grew my hair out natural and accepted my hair, learned how to style it, what products to use and everything. I get compliments on my hair every day. Every day. And I braid it up and everything, because it's just easier. But when I wear my natural fro, I get compliments every single day. And I'm realizing, people want this.
Yeah, but did some of that also have to do with the fact that society has changed? Like the whole natural, being natural is celebrated now.
Yes.
It was not celebrated before, right? So because society and everyone else said that wasn't beautiful, that added to
But at the same time, my mother always told me, you're going to be happy that you have that thick hair. You're going to be happy that you have that thick hair.
Because you didn't want to hear that when you were like 11, 12 years old,
even in my teens, even in my 20s, but my mother's like, when you get older, your hair thins out. My mother, she still has a thick head of hair, especially for her age. But she still has just a naturally thick head of hair. And so now I'm starting to kind of appreciate,
especially when there are way more people out there paying to put hair into their head. I tell my daughter that all the time. She has textured hair like yours, very thick. And where even at her age, we already had the conversations of, why isn't my hair your texture? I want it. And I work very hard to try to tell her, you just don't know how much I want the thickness in your hair.
But we all want what we can have. We can't compare. Right. Accept who you are and what you have. And that's beautiful. Accepting and the confidence in that is just, there's a beauty in that.
Right. And so when we talk about body complex, I know you said yours didn't start until later, but I know for me, mine started as young as, I was probably about 10, 11 years old. And believe it or not, it didn't start necessarily from other girls or comparing. It started, I know if my father watches this, he's going to probably kill me. It actually started from my dad giving me a nickname. And so parents, I want to caution you out there that if you have children, male or female, that the cute little nicknames that we want to give our kids, right? You may not realize the impact it may have on them. So my father, for the longest, because I'm only 5'2", and that's on a good day, and I'm rounding up, okay? I was very active in school, so I ran track, I cheerlead. I did literally, when I say every sport except for soccer, and it really was only because soccer was not an option, right? So I had these very short but very thick legs. And so for me to hear thick to me was not what I can look at now and say powerful and, toned and all that. Thick to me meant fat.
Well, also thick back when we were in school was not celebrated the same way. Thick is now.
Right. So my father, in good humor and definitely out of love, dubbed me, and I'm going to go on camera to say this, Drummy. So what does Drummy conjure up?
Big old turkey leg.
Big old turkey leg or drumstick where it's thick and meaty up at the top, right? And then it just thins out. And guys, you would not believe how for years when in his, little kidding and his banter or whatever, and he'd call me into the room or, something like that, he'd say, come here, Drummy. And the amount of cringing, because what I heard was, you got some thick thighs. That's what I heard at 10, 11 years old. Now, at that time, I did not know how to articulate to my father what it was doing. But guys, when I tell you for years how often I would look in the mirror and I couldn't celebrate anything else. I couldn't celebrate the face. I couldn't celebrate my arms. I couldn't celebrate. All my eyes would go to was from my knee to this hip. And what I saw was a drumstick. And I said, who the hell thinks a drumstick is sexy?
Well, lots of people.
Now, My husband thinks it's sexy. Like, it's to the point now, and it's crazy because I finally had to have a conversation, and it wasn't even really a conversation, as I just said to my dad. I really don't like when you call me drummy. And so now, and again, I'm not sure if he understood why I said that, but now it's evolved to sticks. So I'm no longer drummy, but I'm sticks. But which is crazy because sticks in my mind says skinny. So I'm fine with him calling me sticks, but I am not okay with him calling me drummy.
Okay.
So for me, it started there,
Yeah.
right? And then, of course, it evolved over to what society said. And so I developed a height complex issue. So somewhat of a body thing, but I just focused on if I had three more inches, right? I could stretch this leg out and I could elongate this knee to hip. And there's no way in hell I'd look like a drumstick. Like that.
There's no way in hell you could get it.
Yeah. Look, not exactly. Not where can I get, I'm never going to get 3 extra inches. But in my mind, so what did I do? I overcompensated for the heels. Like literally 44 years old, and the higher the heel, the better. My flip-flops have heels on them because, again, I have not. Now, I have accepted that I'm only 5'2", and I am only going to be 5'2". But I will make modifications by wearing my heels.
Okay.
So even though my leg hasn't truly elongated,
the heel makes it
the
seem
heel,
right.
when I look up in that mirror, honey, you can't tell me I ain't 5'6" on a good day.
Until I come over and stand next to you.
Yeah. When you stand next to me, it's crazy. Because again, I'm never thinking that when you and I are together, and because I feel like we're still looking eye to eye. But when we take pictures,
Oh, I always look like the giant. I look like the giant standing next to
I
her.
still got on 3-4 inch heels. And it's in those moments that I'm like, shit, I still don't got enough inches on me.
But you have to accept that
yes.
because you're beautiful the way that you
Thank
are. Thickness is in, thick thighs is celebrated. Like, embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace the
Well,
drumminess.
the drumminess, oh my God. I should have told her what that nickname is. Don't you dare call me drummy.
I won't.
Don't you dare call me drummy. Okay, so we kind of touched on when we talked about the comparing ourselves with other women, right? And you and I had a little bit of a deeper conversation about like maybe even where the first comparison started or had the most impact on you, right? And so this is kind of off topic, not off topic, but we talked about, so in my situation, my first relationship, and out of everybody that he ever cheated on me with, right, was always a white woman, a white girl, because this was young puppy love. But at that time, it's crazy how my first experience with comparing myself with other women was by the impact of some little childhood crush, that was never going to evolve into anything. But in my mind, every time he would cheat on me, it was never someone that looked like me. It was never someone that even fell into the same arena, but it was always with a white woman. And I'm gonna go on camera on this because some people may get it, some people may not. And for those that know me, I am biracial. So what I would get all the time was, how in the world could you have an issue or want to compare yourself or have a problem with other white women when your mother is white? It's two different experiences. There is no comparison when it comes to that. But for years, I then had this whole complex of, you're only attractive enough, even in the skin that I'm in.
Until a white woman comes along?
Yes. It was almost like I'm okay with if I lose you to somebody like you. Because in my mind, I can compete with this right here, right? But I can't compete, in my mind, I can't compete with a white woman. So that then led into some body complex issues, because again, whether it was the skin tone, the long silky hair, the blue eyes or colored eyes or anything like that, all of that came into play. And it took a long time. I
kind of had a kind of similar situation, and it's crazy how we let these men like
yes,
mess our heads up.
And I'm talking 13, 14 years old.
Yeah. But I dated a guy, and he cheated on me with an Asian woman. And not that I compared myself to Asian women, but at the time, I was a flight attendant, and I was often the one at the front door greeting people. And when an Asian woman would come towards the door of the plane, there was literally a physical response in my stomach.
Just for she hasn't opened her mouth or anything.
I haven't seen her before in life. She, it doesn't matter if she was young, old. There was a knot in my stomach for years, and it wasn't until another flight attendant and I became friends. She was Asian, and I got to know her on a personal level.
Right.
That I was able to let that go.
Right.
But I carried that like.
You took something from me.
She's this, she's that, and across the board, and that's wrong, and it's kind of skewed on so many different levels.
Right.
But we as women, instead of even, and not that if a man cheats on us, it should be what did I do, but we focus on the other woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it's her, it's him, really.
Right. But you do start doing the whole comparison.
Yeah.
You may not go as deep with it, but you do start going through what was it about her that made you? And for some men, it's nothing. It could have just been straight physical, and that's it. That they didn't put no thought process into it. But we will make it so much deeper.
Yeah.
And then now internalize it, and now it becomes our issue.
Yeah. And comparing yourself to another woman is the worst thing you can do for your self-esteem, for your body image, for a host of reasons. But comparing yourself really to anybody. The only person you got to compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday, hoping that you're a better person today.
Yeah.
That comparison's got to stop.
Yeah. So, body acceptance tips. We have accept what your body can do, does, and has done.
Yes. Because, whether it's that race you just ran, that exercise class you just took, the child or the children that you have, the illness that you just overcame or are overcoming, whatever it might be, your body is this amazing vessel, this amazing piece of work that is so complex and so just fantastic. You don't want to downplay that. It's an amazing piece of technology, this body that we have. Everybody, and we often focus on the negative. Right. The things we don't like.
Right.
Instead of focusing on the things that our body can do, the things that our body has done, the people it's brought into the world, or the people that it's helped, or the things that it's built, or whatever.
Or even the compliments. If it's something as small as you take in, what do you get complimented on the most? And then taking that, believing it, right? But then building off of it.
Yeah.
So what's one body part on you that you absolutely love?
My legs.
Your legs. Yes. I compliment her legs. I say all the time, Lord have mercy, I want them legs right there.
Yeah, my legs.
And what do you like about them?
They're long.
Okay.
They're toned. They're strong. Shorts and mini skirts and everything look good. And no matter, even when I'm feeling heavy, I can put on a pair of shorts and a big t-shirt or, a short dress or whatever and be like, okay, my legs are still good.
You're good. Okay.
I'm out the door. What about you?
Oh, what? So, on
one
my
body part that you really like. Come on, it shouldn't be this hard.
Well, I believe it or not, even with me having a few body complexes, there's a lot of parts on my body I like. But I would definitely say first and foremost is actually my lips.
Okay. I was going to say my eyes, but I was trying to go the
Yeah,
neck down.
yeah. I watch. It's crazy because even when I'm driving in the car, my husband laughs all the time because he's like, "Why the hell do you have this visor down all the time?" I put his visor down. I put my visor down.
Your lips moving.
It is. It's crazy because I really, really, really enjoy my lips. I get a lot of compliments on that, the right fullness. You know, I continue to make sure that I keep them conditioned and exfoliated so I don't have the age lines that come with it. And I like them even really neutral and naked. Like I don't necessarily have to have a whole lot of lipstick on. Yeah. Second would definitely be my eyes. I get a lot of compliments.
Yeah.
Now what's funny is I'm just now starting to appreciate the color of my eyes.
Really?
I never liked the color of my eyes. Believe it or not, with my mother being white, even she says that she cannot believe that of all the kids that she had, no one ended up with light color eyes.
Brown is a dominant trait.
Yeah. So for the longest time, I just felt my eyes are very.
Oh, my mama said my eyes.
Oh, your eyes. Okay.
That was my second thing.
I felt like they were so dark and I just felt like there was nothing special about the color. The shape I've always loved. And even the way I get my lashes put on, it's deliberate because I want to keep that shape. But I never liked the color until I guess in the last couple of years because I get more people telling me they're intoxicating, you can get lost in them. They're all of the, and I'm sitting here like, really? You know, it took me a minute to be able to do that. So I would say those two things. Now, where I am now fitness-wise, I'm loving my arms. Yeah, my husband laughs again, my kids, because I said when I went to my trainer and I was telling him the things that we needed to focus on. I said, one, I want J-Lo legs. So I wanted these legs, which I now have, that when you walk, that muscle just popped. Like, to me, that is so sexy. Like, to see a woman's legs defined and shaped, and when she walks, that muscle pops, that's my idea of sexy, right? So that, and then I kept saying I want a 3. And so my husband kept saying, what's a 3? And so if you look at your arm and you look from the side, you get the first 3 here, then it goes here, and then it goes down. So they laugh at me. Yeah, see, you have it. Look, you have it, girl. You have it. You have it. You have it.
Well, somebody with some body complexes, you sure done named the whole thing.
I said now, but we're talking, I've been working out hard for a year and a half, so to see the results now, yes, I'm completely happy with it. So, but I think because I know certain things, I definitely try to focus more on those things. So whether it's, like I said, playing up my lips, playing up my eyes. Now, it's crazy because I never felt that I had bad arms, or because they weren't what I wanted them to be, you would never catch me. Like this dress, I normally would wear with a jacket. Even my husband today, he said, oh, you wearing your white jacket with it? And I'm like, no, like I like my arms now. Like, yeah, I got to show everybody showing my back and all that. So I do, but I still deal with, I got this one thigh. I done told y'all a couple times on this couch. I got this one thigh over here that I'm working hard, but it still kind of gives me, some little body complex issues. So I think that thing kind of went out. Let's see. Is that your husband?
That is.
Is that your husband? Okay. Hey, hubby. Okay. So the other thing is change what you can, but what you can't, don't obsess.
Yes.
So changing it could be something as diet, exercise, and
surgery, non-invasive treatments.
It didn't go out over there, did it? Okay, all right. So it's just here.
Okay. Like if you can diet and exercise and change
Great.
it, do it. Diet and exercise, and not dieting on the extreme and all that, but exercise definitely.
Right.
To make your body stronger, more lean, fit. Or, to get things bigger.
Right. In regards to, okay, here we go. So I know that there's some taboo out there about having some type of surgery done. And I don't understand why, because plastic surgery has been around for many years, decades, right? And it's not going anywhere. If anything is growing, they're getting even more creative on what they're able to do. And so I'm here to tell you ladies that, you know, if you have the means and the resources and the desire to want to change your body, it's not that you're not necessarily accepting it. I don't feel it's that. I think it's just that you're saying, okay, I've done everything I can to try to get the results. And if it means I do something different, surgical, whether it's invasive, non-invasive, do you?
Yeah,
Do not listen to anybody else.
Opinion.
Not even these. I get sick and tired of seeing these posts where they always talk about, oh, I'm all natural, I'm all this, I'm all that. So let me tell you something. If you go get your lashes done, if you go and get your nails and your feet done, if you go get waxings done, if you putting the weave up in your hair, coloring your hair, if you doing any type of modification to your body, you are not all natural.
And don't be shaming somebody else.
Yeah, don't be shaming because, and what's really bad is, men, you all need to stop this, because I see this on a lot of men's posts where they want to put out there that women that decide to go get any type of, you know, surgical procedure done, again, whether it's non-invasive or invasive, that you are also feeding into society's belief that this means that a woman doesn't love her body. That's not the case.
Or love herself.
Love herself, because she wants to have some modifications done. So I will go on camera saying this. Like I said, I had 3 kids, and I breastfed 2. And again, I started young. So my oldest son I had at 17. So my body wasn't even fully developed. Definitely not up here, you know, in the breast area. And 8-9 months ago, I had been kicking around the idea that I liked the way my breasts looked, but I did not like the fact that, you know, I was confined to a bra. I didn't like the fact that I could tell I was losing all of this up here. So I had volume below, but I had no volume up here unless I wore a bra. And so doing a lot of research, and what I realized was, again, it wasn't that I had or I didn't like my body per se. I just knew that this wasn't the best version of myself. And in order to make me feel comfortable, I researched. I found a great doctor here in Sugar Land, and I absolutely love my breasts. I love these boobies right here, buddy, to the point where I have to remind myself that doctor said I ain't supposed to go braless all the time. But I'm not ashamed of that at all. You know, I still work out. Here's the key. I feel the difference is when you do surgical procedures, is you cannot let that be the end all to be all. Like, you can't say I'm going to go get a tummy tuck or I'm going to go get lipo, and you still want to eat the way you want to eat. Yeah. Like, to me, that's a complete waste of money. But the fact that I can now say I can wear certain tops, you know, I can feel a little bit more confident and not self-conscious. And then the other thing I was always having to deal with is, you know, wearing a bra, and then I was having to push and stuff in. Like, it was not a pretty sight, guys. It was not a pretty sight. So I'm here to tell you that if you want to have some kind of surgical procedure done, I do not think you even need to feel or think that it has anything to do with you're not accepting your body, you don't love your body or anything like that. It just means that you want to make a few little modifications, but it's no different than you going to get them lashes done, in my opinion. So would you have any?
I told you, I'm working on it. I'm dieting and exercise on this stomach, and if a year goes by with my trainer and things don't turn out the way I want, I will go get stitched. Absolutely.
Good. Okay, so here's another one, and I talked about this today at the event. When someone gives you a compliment, believe them and simply say
thank you. Yes, I know you have a hard time with that, but it's. I mean, some women think, oh, they gave me a compliment. Do they really mean that I don't look nice, or that my hair isn't this way, or my dress? You know, like, no. They're giving you a compliment. Like, accept it. Don't try to turn it to something else. Don't try to deflect. Say thank you. And sometimes you don't even have to say, oh, and I like yours. Just thank you.
Yeah, because I either feel compelled to do that, or I do the let's hurry up and go to something else. I don't know what it is being in that space that makes me uncomfortable.
We're taught as women, you know, as much as we're taught that we have to look a certain way, we're not supposed to focus on looking that way. It's just supposed to be, I woke up like this.
And yeah.
That's not really the case.
Okay.
It takes a lot of work.
Right.
But you know, to accept a compliment,
Right.
whether it's on your face, your hair, what you have on for the day, your shoes, whatever it might be, we have to learn to just say thank you.
Yeah. I'm working on that. I have a hard time when my husband gives me any type of compliments, and you know, of course, every woman wants her husband or significant other to shower them with compliments. And sometimes he'll have to say to me, "Can you just sit in the moment? Can you just accept it?" Like, or you know what he does say? He says is, "Can you just say thank you, baby?"
See, my husband's the opposite. He won't give me a compliment because I'll be like, I look good.
Because he said you give your own self compliments. That's what it is. He was like, I don't need to waste my words. She already knows she fly. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, see, now look, you better give my girls some compliments. Okay,
He's
so
getting better. He's
getting better. Okay, cool. So then here was one. Look at yourself in the mirror and admire the beauty of you.
Yes.
Everyone has something to celebrate and appreciate.
Yes.
So whether it's we talked about our lips, our eyes,
legs,
the length of your neck,
yes,
whatever those things
whatever it
are.
is, whatever makes you uniquely you, celebrate that. Everybody can find something. Today, just start with one thing, whether it's your toes, your kneecaps, your neck, your elbows, whatever it might be. You can find something on your body that you absolutely love and you wouldn't change. Start there, give yourself compliments on that, and tomorrow try to find something else.
And yeah, while we're going at this, because we've got some people that are live with us, I'm just curious, ladies, put in the comments, what is one of your best, body parts? And, how do you celebrate it? Because again, there may be another woman that's watching now or watching later that never even thought about certain parts of her body. The other thing is my feet. I get compliments all the time, and I'm like, my feet? But I get, oh my God, like you don't have any type of issues on your feet. Your feet are, soft and this, that, and the other. And so now, I've always paid special attention to, pedicures and stuff like that. But now I'm like, oh, my feet are cute. Right?
No horns over here.
I know, right? And then I think, of course, all these years of wearing high heels, I can't believe that. Okay, so topic 2 is how to feel sexy in your own skin.
And that's big because, I posted a video not too long ago about talking to a young lady. Well, she was almost my age. So I guess she was in her late 30s, early 40s. And she told me that she had never once in her life felt sexy. And this was a beautiful woman. But she never felt sexy. And I thought that was so sad.
But not to confuse, here's the thing. You can feel that you're pretty or beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
But sexy is a whole different type of feeling.
That's a whole different thing. And you want to feel sexy.
Right.
At times. And that's different for each person, what sexy means and what sexy feels like. But if you've never felt sexy. We all have days where it's just like, okay, and respond a certain way in confidence and in pride that men are drawn to.
And it's crazy because I say this, and I plenty of times, my sister and I are 9 years apart, and from a size standpoint, my sister is very, very beautiful. And from a size standpoint, she's larger than I am, but I will go on camera and say her confidence level is through the roof, and it's way higher than mine. Like now, if you pit us up against each other, maybe from society, just from the size standpoint, I fall more in that 0 to 2 type range. She's more of a 10, 11, or 12. But when I say the level of oh my no, she was just here recently, and we went out to the pool in my neighborhood, and I thought I was gonna have to. I thought I was gonna have to move after she was out there, because between the bathing suit she had on, she had my daughter. She was posted up by the edge of the pool. She was taking all kinds of pictures. She had her bathing suit. It was showing nipple every now and then. And I was over there. I would have been mortified. Like I was like, okay, it's time to go. We're not gonna stay out here too much longer. I done flashed everybody out here, right? And my sister's like, oh, they'll get over it. It'll be okay.
Lucky them to see a little bit.
Right. The type of clothing she wears, whereas I'm not bold with prints. I'm not bold with flowers. Like in my mind, I think you cannot be flower head to toe. right? I think
I love print.
I go, you gotta break some stuff up. Like you can do a solid down here, you might be able to do some kind of print or vice versa, but you cannot
Right,
be.
you don't wear a lot of print.
No, you look at my closet is solid color. And here's the crazy thing, I've only just started adding print because I feel like I'm the acceptable size now to wear print. I'm not bold with prints. I'm not bold with flowers. Like in my mind, I think you cannot be flower head to toe, right? I think
I love print.
I go, you gotta break some stuff up. Like you can do a solid down here and you might be able to do some kind of print or vice versa, but you cannot
Right,
be.
you don't wear a lot of print.
No, you look at my closet is solid color. And here's the crazy thing, I've only just started adding print because I feel like I'm the acceptable size now to wear print. That's real talk.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I wore print made me larger in my mind. I'd see my sister with print on, and it's funny because when I saw print on her, I never saw size. I just saw a level of confidence, and I would even be envious. I'd always say to her, I was like, girl, I don't know how you be rocking that color. And then she mixed her colors all up, and I'm like, no, you need to stay in the color chain. Like if you don't wear pink, it can only be a couple shades of pink. But you can't throw no green in. You can't throw no yellow in. That's crazy. But to see my sister when I say her confidence, and it's not fake, it's not put on. She truly is about, I am confident in my skin, and you can't tell her that she ain't fly. Like you just can't.
And that's it. It's a attitude of confidence. And I know that sounds like, well, how do I get that attitude?
Yeah.
So, some real life, like everyday, how to feel sexy in your own skin tips. One of mine is to wear matching bra and panties.
Oh,
every day.
Yes.
It is a little bit of quiet, reserved sexiness, confidence.
That only you know.
That only I know. My husband may be out of town.
Right.
He may not see nothing. I'm wearing matching bra and panties. And if there comes a day where I put it on and I'm getting ready to go out the house and I notice that a bra strap is showing or panty lines are showing and I have to change one of them real quick, it bothers me.
If they're not matching.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
And it throws me off that something is not right underneath.
Right.
But it's that little bit of sexy that no one else has to know, that little bit of confidence that you have. It sounds small, but ladies, try it. And I know we don't wash our bras every time we wear it. So when you buy a bra, buy 3, 4, 5 pairs of panties.
Right, exactly. That's what I do. Yeah.
To go with it.
Yeah.
She's like, well, how do you do that? I will not buy a bra unless I can find 3 pairs of panties.
Well, and it's crazy because I got being introduced that from my mother. You know how there's certain things that you definitely take from your childhood and then it has a huge impact. And I remember early on when I was first introduced to bras and panties where she made it very clear. You always leave out of this house with a matching set on. And it's funny now because with my daughter, I just recently, especially since she's developed more, now I just started introducing her to it. And the whole concept is you feel better.
You feel better.
You feel better.
Yeah, you feel more pulled together. And
Right.
that's confidence.
Right.
Being active and exercising. That, your body feels better. Whether you're exercising to lose weight or to get in shape or whatever it might be, when your body feels strong, your body feels healthy, there's a sexy confidence
that comes with it. Yeah.
There's a sexy confidence. And if you can get that exercise by doing something that is kind of sexy, like pole dancing, that's
real sex.
That is real sex.
Yeah.
You learn to use, or any other type of dance, really.
Right.
But you learn to use your body in feminine and beautiful, moving ways. And people are going to come at me for this one.
Okay.
But I don't care because it makes a difference. Ladies, if you want to feel sexy, wear more skirts and dresses. It makes you carry yourself in a certain way.
You walk a different way.
You walk a different way. You sit a different way.
Yeah.
And yes, we are absolutely equal to men, but we are not the same as men. And I, for one, do not strive to be the same.
I don't either. I love being a woman.
Yeah, I do not strive to be the same as a man because there is a power and a beautiful femininity in being a woman.
Yeah.
You know,
and being a confident woman. Right.
woman, and you know, and then keep your grooming up.
Oh yeah, that's
Keep
very,
grooming
very,
up.
and smelling good.
And smelling good, yeah, because when
Right.
you stink, there's nothing sexy.
Yeah, I don't care what you got on. You can be designer from head to toe. But if you funky, you funky. And there's nothing sexy about that.
There's nothing but.
And I've been, unfortunately, in the area with other women. And you see them from a distance and you're like, oh my gosh, she got it going on. And then the moment she invades your space,
yeah.
like I'm just like, sis, if I can smell this, you got to smell this. So yeah, that's not cute.
But grooming in, whether it's your hair, your brows, your lashes, your nail. You know, when I was 14, I remember going to visit one of my uncles, and young. So
Right.
I had the chip nail polish and everything, and my uncle said to me, you will not walk around like that anymore, because a man looks at you
Dude.
and will judge how you keep yourself up. And if you're not together on your nails, then what do other parts look like?
Right.
And how is your grooming down there? And I was like, oh, that really made an impression on me.
Yeah.
You know, and it does when you know how you feel when you come out of the hair shop and you're
Right,
looking good,
right,
you just
right,
got your
right,
nails
right, right.
done. You know, there's a confidence, there's
Yeah.
a sexiness
It's a boost.
there. It's a boost.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Right.
Keep that up. Don't let yourself go. Don't let yourself go.
And you know, I people laugh at me when I say this, but my grooming is a household bill. Like there's no
Because it costs
option.
to be a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no option. I don't care what else we going through. We're gonna figure out how to cut costs somewhere else. But my grooming and what makes me feel sexy as a woman, what makes me feel good, what makes me feel like I even want to cater to my husband has a lot to do with my grooming routine.
Yeah, and that's called I'm in the beauty industry, and that is called a lipstick. Well, it's a lipstick industry, I believe, and they were saying like even in World War II when women couldn't have certain things, they would buy lipstick.
Yep.
You know, or they would buy their nylons, or they whatever it might be. Women are gonna find money.
Oh yeah, to get those things done.
You know.
Well, that's why the hair industry is such a
There's no recession. There's no recession.
Like your clothes might look bad and everything, but you gonna make sure that hair is laid right.
Last year's outfit, but the hair is done today.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But that does, it helps us as women to feel sexy in our skin.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then what about just being kind.
Yeah.
And giving a compliment to someone else.
Yeah.
That's
Energy, believe it or not, for me, energy is sexy.
Absolutely.
And that's what, that being kind and smiling, being approachable, that is sexy to me.
Yeah. And being kind, not necessarily to men, but being kind to everyone, to the old lady, to the child, to other women, to whatever. Kindness shows on your face, it radiates from the inside, and that is a beautiful light that other people are drawn to.
And I even, for me, one of the ladies at the event today said, and I've heard it before, but it goes along with a level of me feeling sexy and confident, is when I hear someone say to me, DeAnna, you are beautiful inside and out. Like for me, it's the inside that resonates more. For somebody to tell me that I am beautiful inside, that resonates more to me than the outside. It's like the outside is the bonus.
Yes.
But the inside, for somebody to be able to see my core, the essence of who I am, what I'm made of, what I project out and what I give, that boosts my confidence level. That makes me feel even more sexy. Yeah. What about, smiling more?
Smiling more, absolutely. Being smart, being educated. So you can have conversation about a multitude of things, and not educated in I got this degree and that degree and that degree, but
because I've met some non-sexy and people that just because they got a plethora of degrees don't mean
they still idiots.
Right.
But keep up on the current events. Read some things. Watch the news occasionally, even though the news is depressing. It helps you to keep up on current events.
Right.
And even if you're in a room full of people who are talking about something that you don't fully understand, when you're educated enough, you're able to ask a question.
Right. An intelligent question.
I'm not an intelligent question.
Right.
And I'm not so shy or ashamed that I can't ask a question. If I don't know, I'm going to ask a question.
Right.
That's how you learn without asking. And the pursuit of knowledge is sexy.
Sexy. Yes.
I mean, how many ladies like a stupid man?
Yeah, I know. right. Nobody. I hope nobody. Right.
You know, and so, I mean, I guess there are some men who like stupid women because they stupid. But
Yeah.
Well,
That's a whole different type of topic on the couch, right? Okay, the last one you had on here was have sex.
Have sex. You want to feel sexy? Have sex. It boosts your libido. It boosts your hormones. You have someone wanting and desiring you. That makes you feel sexy. You know, it just, you can watch yourself in the mirror and things.
And I think you can act out so some things that you might not be able to do in just everydayness activities, whether it's, you know, going to work, taking care of your family. Now you really get to just kind of let loose and really just be that sex kitten that, you know, I'm going to look this way and I'm going to, you know, close my eyes a little bit and I'm going to run my tongue over my lips.
And for the most part, ladies, like, really, if he's having sex with you, he thinks you're sexy. So don't be,
yeah, that's powerful. Yeah.
He thinks you're sexy. So don't be, you know, covering up this, or we always got to do it with the lights off, or, you know,
or the same position.
Hiding in the sheets, you know, like, he thinks you're sexy, like, enjoy it, work it, like, put it on it.
And also, I mean, as everybody, men aren't even looking at the same stuff we're looking at.
No, they don't care what to say, like stretch marks.
None of that. None of that. Okay, so we have like about 6 minutes. So let's real fast. Oh, and Jaqueline said she loves her boobs and her feet. All right now. All right. Okay, so Kandi recently came through for anybody that didn't know, and she was doing her tour of the dungeon party. And Dodge and I, man, let me tell y'all.
She came to me and was like, look, tickets on sale today.
The day the announcement went out, one of our other girlfriends sent me because she knew that I was actually trying to go to the one when she had her first one in October, right? But I think my husband was traveling or whatever. So the day they went on sale, her and I were together, and I was like, get these tickets right now. Like, we hadn't even called our husbands yet. We hadn't had any type of conversation, right? We just knew we're going to the damn dungeon party, right? So how did you tell your husband? How did you go to him and say, I want to go to the dungeon party?
Oh, I didn't go and say, I want to go to the dungeon party. Can we go, or would you like to go? I said, we going.
Well, how did he react?
He was like, okay, you know, like, what's he gonna say? Oh, I bought the tickets. We going. Find an outfit.
Yeah. So I called my husband. We were, like I said, together. She's talking to her husband. I'm telling my husband or whatever. And
this is the date. Make sure you're free. Get an outfit.
Get an outfit. Exactly. And it's crazy because, you know, my husband had his outfit within a week just because that's just how he operates. Not necessarily because he was just so over, you know.
He likes to plan.
Yeah, like that was him. So talk to me about when choosing your outfit, because obviously your confidence level, your sexiness played into it. What thought process went into it, and was it tamed or very risque?
I feel like my outfit was a mix of tame and risque, because it was red.
Okay, that's risque.
Brown panties with a lace robe over it.
Okay.
And you know, I had tried out a couple outfits at home. Now my husband was like, what you putting over that?
So he wanted to tame that sexiness and confidence, right?
And I was going out with him.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going out with him. He was like, no, you need to wear something else. And I had other things planned, but that morning I went out looking for something to put over another outfit I was going to wear, and I found that red robe, and I was like, oh, I got red brown panties.
If hubby was not there, would you have worn it without the robe?
I might have worn the robe open. Or more relaxed. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have worn it with the robe.
Okay.
But I did have this one bodysuit that I wanted to wear that I would have worn without anything else over it, but he was not really having that.
So I was all scheduled. Like I said, I was ready to go. Literally, we were on the road. My husband and I call her. I'm taking her exit. And my daughter calls and says our dog had surgery about 4 or 5 days before that, and stitches had popped. And we really did not think it was as bad as it was until my daughter sent a picture. And when you talk about how, I know this is crazy, but when you talk about you have built your mind, your thought process, I now have my outfit was risque to the point where I even said to my husband, I know he's gonna kill me saying this on camera, I said, I think you prayed that something would happen because of what I had on. Because to the point where I tried 2 outfits on and one of them was a little bit more tamed. It was still kind of risque, but a lot more tamer than the one I ended up wearing. And he was even willing to try to go find me the extra little pieces to the outfit because he really wanted me to wear that outfit. So mine was, you know, I had nipple covers, it was sheer, it was long, some booty was showing.
Let me
in
tell
the
you, there's
back.
plenty of outfits there.
Right.
I'm sure you would have.
It was still,
right.
to me, it was still sexy and classy as well. But yeah, so I didn't get to go. That's why she's having to do the recap on it. Okay, so last 2 questions. Was the experience what you expected? Why or why not?
It was more than I expected. Kandi, you did a fabulous job from start to finish, from the moment she came on. Sorry, honey. You missed it. It was good. From the moment she came on, there was always something going. Always something going. The grapefruit lady, the male stripper. Yeah, the stripper. Tamar, the dancers, that way. It just captured your senses. The contests. It was fabulous time. I would definitely do it again.
Do it again. Okay, and then the last one. What was the highlight of the night?
Oh, that would either have to be the grapefruit lady or the stripper.
Stripper.
Yeah. He was, and I don't like male strippers. But he was something special.
He was something special. Yeah, they were rubbing it in. Like I was getting videos and pictures and all kinds of stuff. Wish you were here and all of that.
You're missing it, yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
It was
all right, guys, we're at the 8 o'clock hour. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, we kind of went over, but this was some really, really good topics. So see y'all next Sunday for my next episode of On the Couch with DeAnna. Thank you, Miss Expert.
Thank you for having me. I'll be back again soon.
Bye-bye.